What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports, bringing you a brand new review and unboxing and first look at the Adidas Predator 20.1. So I've just done a video on the 20 plus, the Mutator Pack 20 plus, and now I'm going to review the 20.1. It's in this big box that I have behind me. So let's grab the box and we will check it out. This is the 20.1. Nope, not those ones. Here we go. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to unbox it right here in front of you. It's a very simple box for the 20.1. Slip it open, paperwork, boot number 1. The 20.1. Now there are a few differences between the 20.1 and the 20 plus. It's going to be a little bit different than the other boots, so we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about the tech specs and all that stuff, the upper, and show you what the differences are between the two boots. So the first thing that you'll notice is the upper is still a demon skin upper. It does feel very similar to the 20 plus, but the first thing that you'll notice probably is that the collar does not come up as high. This is more of a traditional Adidas collar, one that we've seen on the Predator 18 and 19 in the last couple of years. So you'll notice that the collar is lower, and the other thing that they've done differently is the rubber fins. There are not as many rubber fins as on the 20 plus. On the 20 plus, there are a couple of fins that come up over to this over here, that third stripe on the lateral side, and on the medial side they completely cover up the entire instep. On this model, it does come up to here, but it's not as present, or as, you know, there's just not as many of them compared to the 20 plus, so that is another difference. Other than that, the boots are fairly similar, but you do not get as many grippy elements, the collar is not as high, and you don't get that fancy finish on the outsole, I should say, on the stud pattern. So it is a similar stud pattern. You still get the external heel counter, you still get the split toe design, the studs are the same, it's just a very simple black finish, whereas on that one you get some kind of fire iridium kind of finish on the Soleplate. So demon skin upper, it is still based on a prime knit material, but they've coated it a little bit differently. I described it as kind of a waxy coating compared to what we've seen on previous silicone coatings. So it does feel a little bit different than last year's Predator, but overall I don't think you'll notice too much of a difference with the upper itself. The prime cut collar is very similar to the Predator 18 or 19.1, and of course the biggest difference is going to be how grippy this boot actually is, because these fins, there are so many of them and they are quite substantial and they do have a very grippy texture to them. So if you like grip on your boots, welcome back to the Predator the way it should be, because this is full of grip. I really don't think on the ball you're going to notice any difference between the 20.1 and the 20 plus, but there are fewer elements and fewer grippy rubber elements, fins I should say, so I just want to point that out. The collar is a little bit lower. I don't think that you'll notice a difference between last year's collar and this one, but I do think you'll notice a difference between the feel of the 20 plus and the 20.1, because it doesn't come up as high, and the other one is quite substantial, and you do notice that it's there. It doesn't get in the way, but you do notice that it's there. And other than that, the sole plate is the same as the other one. Like I said before, you get your 3 studs on the lateral and medial sides, 4 in the heel, and 1 pivot stud. The sole plate still has the stiffener bar underneath the material, so it's not like you've lost the stability or the rigidity that a one-piece sole plate will give you. They've just split the design, but underneath, don't worry, the stability is still there. So that is the sole plate, and that is pretty much it for the 20.1. Again, it's a fantastic release. The colorway is great in my opinion, red, white, and black, classic Predator. Bringing back the elements, this is the best colorway they could possibly release it in, bringing back the grip elements. And that's pretty much it. So let's talk about fit and feel. We'll slip the boot on and we'll talk about sizing. Let's head over to the turf. So as you can see, we've got brand new turf, a little bit better looking, a little bit more functional, and we do have an upgrade to the set. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. When it comes to the boot itself, there is not much of a difference between the 20 plus and the 20.1. The overall shape of the boot is the same. The overall feel of the boot on feet is the same. The noticeable difference being, of course, that there are laces on this one, so you can dial the fit in, tighten it, provide yourself with better lockdown compared to the 20 plus, but the fit is the same. There is no difference in the fit. Again, on feet, you're not really gonna notice the difference between the number of fins that you have on the 20 plus and the 20.1. They look the same, they feel the same overall, and the only noticeable difference is the fact that you can dial in the laces, lock your foot into the boot itself, and you do notice that the collar is just not quite as high. Other than that, it's a very solid boot. I think it's going to fit a lot of different people, both medium, narrow, wide feet. You do have the laces, so you can dial the fit in, as I said, and if you are interested in a pair for yourselves, there's no doubt, go true to size for Adidas. They are very consistent with their sizing. They're always very good with that. So go true to size if you are interested in a pair for yourself. And other than that, I don't have too much to say about it. I think it's a great release, solid boot overall, real return of the Predator for those OG fans that love the grippy elements. Because if you like grip, this is the boot to get. So that is pretty much it. Let's send it back to the desk and we're gonna wrap the video up. Okay guys, so there is a first look at the Adidas Predator 20.1. You got an idea as to what these things look like on feet. You have an idea as to how they feel and what they fit like. An extremely solid release from Adidas in my opinion. I love the fact that they brought back this OG Predator feel with the 20 plus. You do get the grippy elements again. You get that red, black, and white colorway. And so I think that this one will probably sell more than the 20 plus. I will admit that the other one is cool and I definitely think it's a great boot, but for most performance, performance first people at least, I think this is the one that they're gonna go for. So that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button, do whatever it is you gotta do. And of course, hit the subscribe button. You're already here, you're already watching the video. I have a ton of great videos coming, so please support the channel. I wanna grow all things sports. Let's get this thing bigger, so hit that button now. Thank you guys for watching. This is Mike McIntyre, all things sports, and I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.